The juice is loose.
And it seems like Tim Burton is a little bit looser. Mostly because that's what this movie feels like. It feels like it's very loose and doesn't really have anything connecting it in any sort of way. It feels like one of those movies where a studio has been sitting on a particular IP for a very long time, wants to make some money, so they go to the original creator of that particular project and says, hey, here's a bunch of money. There's a lot of money. You know, can you make this? And who's going to turn down a lot of money? So the original creator says, yeah, I'll make it. And they go, cool. What's your ideas? And they say, hey, man, you came to me, so you have the ideas. And then the creator says, you know what? Don't worry. I'll do something. Just let me do me. And that's what you get. You get Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. It's a movie where Tim Burton just said, let me do me. Don't worry about everything else. But he didn't have an idea for a Beetlejuice movie. But there's money in a recognizable project that you know people will watch because people love Beetlejuice. Put 2 Beetlejuices. Double the money of what it usually made. The first ever Netflix rental in 1998 was Beetlejuice. So it is very recognizable and is very beloved by the general audiences. So why not make another one? But when you get to one of these things and you're actually watching it, and even though it may be entertaining, you do see why maybe someone should have put a little bit of thought behind the story and the ideas that people have, so that this way we have something that you can hang on to and that will be the story for the movie. Because when you're watching this movie, you don't know what the story is. Is it Lydia, who's now a big time show host about Ghost, in her and Justin Theroux? Is it her and her dad just dying? Is it her and Jenna Ortega's character Astrid having a rift due to Jenna Ortega's father dying? Is it Beetlejuice and his ex-wife coming to get revenge and suck his soul? What is the story here? And when you have no one to really tighten this up, the answer just becomes yes. All of this is the story. Do you get a satisfying ending for all of these? No. Do they go somewhere with a lot of these? No. Most of these are kind of just thrown in, thrown out, thrown in, thrown out, depending on what type of joke or gag they want to present to you at the time. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. A big portion of this movie does work just due to the fact that it is a fun movie and is not taking itself too seriously. But another portion of this movie doesn't work because it's aimless. It's not going anywhere. It's just showing you things that you've seen before in the original movie that makes you go, oh, I remember seeing that. Oh, I remember seeing that. Oh, I remember seeing that. But that's not a movie. I recently just watched the first Beetlejuice movie a couple of days ago. I liked it, mostly because it's one of those movies that was just telling a story, and any sort of sight gag or insane visual was to help the story and to show our main characters, Midlands, the difference between regular living life and afterlife life. Here, things just kind of come along, or these things just happen because this is recognizable. You know this person, or you know this thing from the first movie, or I'm Tim Burton. I just want to put this in here, like my wife or my girlfriend, whoever Monica Bellucci is to him. I just want to put her in here. So you're going to see her. She's not going to really do anything. I like this. I like her. You will like this. You don't like this, but you will suffer through it. And it's not because Monica Bellucci does a bad job. She just doesn't do anything. For the most part, she's just floating around in the background. The movie kind of starts with her as the main thing, the thing that we will be scared of, our villain, what we will be anticipating the whole movie. By the time that ends, she's thrown away as if she's just a background character, and you shouldn't really have cared about anything that she's been doing this whole time. Even though that's how the movie starts, with her. It's just so out of whack and aimless, but it is fun. I will give this movie that. It is a fun time. If you go and watching this movie, I hate to say a cut your brain off type movie, but this is a cut your brain off. Don't think about shit. Don't think about it. Just watch it. Have fun with it. Look at the bright colors. Look at the lights. Look at the visuals. Laugh at some of the gags. and you will have fun. I was having fun when I was just taking it in, not really thinking about it in any way, not the story, not the pacing, not anything of those measures. The characters, when I wasn't really thinking about these things and I was just watching it as a visual thing happening, I was having fun with it. I was smiling, I was laughing. Personally, if I feel like if that's what you have to do to watch a movie, I don't think that's a sign of a good movie, but I do think that's a sign of an entertaining movie that can keep you somewhat interested for the duration of its time, which is only an hour and 40 minutes. Winona Ryder, she's pretty good in it. Catherine O'Hara is the A1 plus in this movie. Justin Theroux is great in this movie. Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice, of course, is magnificent as always. Jenna Ortega isn't bad in it either. She's pretty good. And I like what they do with her in a subplot with this boy that she's fallen for in this movie. I like that subplot and how that goes. It's pretty neat all around. But again, it's one of those movies it's one of those ideas that's not really fleshed out and kind of just comes in, shows a sprinkle of an idea, gets you excited, but then it gets thrown away because, again, Tim Burton's girlfriend is in this movie. Monica Bellucci is here, so you got to go back to her, even though she's not really doing anything in this movie at all. And I kind of miss the Metlins as well. I miss them as well. I miss Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis, and I understand why they're not here. But I miss them. There was a heart to the first movie. I could have watched that first movie just with them two through the duration of the movie, and I would have still been just as entertained if Beetlejuice showed up or not. And at times I was like, maybe they should bring the Metlins back. And they kind of just wave them off because they're not here. They just wave them off as if they don't matter. Like they have Winona Ryder's character just say, "Oh yeah, the Metlins, they left. We found a loophole and we figured everything out, and they're gone." And it's kind of like. And she refers to them as the ghost couple that used to live in our house. But it's like, if you watch that first movie, especially where it ends, they're very integral to Winona Ryder's character, Lydia's progression in that movie. And where that movie ends, it ends with them and Lydia being like a surrogate family. This ghost couple becomes her surrogate mother and father by the end of this movie. And for this movie to just kind of like throw them away as if they didn't really matter is just so insane to me. And kind of just takes away the heart and the endearment from the film. So you just kind of left with, like I said, a bunch of fun gags and visuals that ultimately leads nowhere. If I was to rate Beetlejuice, I would give it a good 6 out of 10. Like I said, I do think there's some things you can get from it just on a visual thing, on an entertainment level. I think there's some on a fun level. I think there's something there, but on a film level, on a storytelling level, you kind of shit out of luck. Thank you guys for watching. If you agree, leave a like. If you disagree, leave a like. If you think, oh, Kyle, you're being way too harsh, leave a like. Whatever you're doing, whatever you think, just leave a like on this video because, you love it here. Don't act like you don't. I see you. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.